In this video, you will learn how to write the equation of the line given some conditions. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's have the first problem. Determine the equation of the line that passes through the point -2, 1 and the midpoint of the segment joining the points -1, 3 and 3, 5. So what do we need here is the midpoint and of course the slope. Now, what is the formula to find the slope? The midpoint given ordered pairs. So to get the x coordinate of the midpoint, that is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2. And to get the y coordinate of the midpoint, that is y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2. Now let's find the midpoint of points -1, 3 and 3, 5. So we have -1 plus 3 over 2, 3 plus 5 over 2. So -1 plus 3 over 2 is 2, and then divided by 2, which is equal to 1. And the y coordinate of the midpoint is 3 plus 5, which is equal to 8, divided by 2, which is equal to 4. So this is the midpoint of -1, 3 and 3, 5. Now, since the line passes through the point -2, 1, so to get the equation of the unknown line, we have these informations: point -2, 1 and the midpoint. Okay, so since we have 2 points, we can use point slope or 2-point form. Now I'll be using point slope. So first find the slope of the line. So slope is 4 minus 1 over 1 minus -2. So that one is, so 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Then 1 minus -2, this one becomes plus. So we have 1 plus 2. So 3 over 3, which is equal to 1. So this is the slope of the unknown line. Now, using one of the points in here, so to get the equation, so let's use the point 1, 4 and the slope, which is equal to 1. So using point slope, y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So substitute the values. So y minus y sub 1, which is 4, and slope, which is equal to 1. Then x minus the value of x sub 1, which is 1. And then simplify. So use the distributive property here. So that is y minus 4 is equal to, so 1 times x is equal to x. 1 times -1 is equal to -1. And then, since the direction has to give the equation in general form, so transpose y or add -y on both sides. So x minus y, and then add +1 on both sides. So that one, the resulting equation now is x minus y minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. Problem number 2. Determine the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the segment joining the point 0, 13 and -2, -5. Now let's figure out the problem. So a line that contains the points -2, 5. So assuming this is -2, -5 and point 0, 13. Okay. Okay. Now let's say this is line 1 and point negative 2, negative 5 be point A, and 0, 13 be point B. Now, line 1 has a perpendicular bisector, which is line 2. Okay, so this is line 2. Now, since line 2 is the perpendicular bisector of line 1, so meaning to say that line 2 passes through the midpoint of line 1. So, it cuts, passes through the midpoint of segment AB. So, it follows, it cuts segment AB into two congruent segments. Okay, so what do we need now? So we need the midpoint of segment AB. So recall, to get the midpoint, that is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2. And to get the y coordinate, that is y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2. Now, so using the points of line 1, which are points A and B, so 0, 13, and point negative 2, negative 5. So that is 0 minus 2 divided by 2, and then 13 minus 5 divided by 2. And then simplify. So 0 minus 2 over 2 is equal to negative 1. 13 minus 5 is equal to 8, divided by 2 is equal to 4. So this is the midpoint of segment AB. Midpoint of segment AB. Okay, so this one, this is negative 1, 4. So it follows that line 2 also contains the point negative 1, 4. So what do we need pa to get the equation of line 2? So we have the midpoint. Of course, we need to find the slope of line 1. So slope of line 1, okay, of course, using the points negative 2, negative 5, and 0, 13. So that is negative 5 minus 13, then over negative 2 minus 0, and then simplify. So negative 5 minus 13 is equal to negative 18 over negative 2 minus 0 is equal to negative 2. So therefore, the slope of line 1 is equal to 9. Now, the two lines are perpendicular. So line 1 and line 2 are perpendicular. So what is the slope of line 2? Now, since the two lines are perpendicular, so therefore, the slope of line 2 is equal to the negative reciprocal of 9, which is equal to negative 1 over 9. So this is the slope of line 2. Now we have enough information to find the equation of line 2. We have the slope and the point, which is the midpoint, with coordinates of negative 1, 4. We have a point and a slope. So use point slope, which is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So substitute the values. So y minus y sub 1, which is equal to 4. And then the slope, which is equal to negative 1 over 9, times x minus x sub 1, which is negative 1. And then simplify this. So that is y minus 4 is equal to negative 1, 9 times x. So negative times negative equals positive. So plus 1. And then to get rid from fraction, multiply the whole equation by the LCD, which is 9. Okay. and then multiply. So 9 times y is equal to 9y. 9 times negative 4 is equal to negative 36. Negative 1, 9 times 9 is equal to negative 1 times x plus 1. Okay, and then in here, use the distributive property. So negative 1 times x is equal to negative x. Then negative 1 times positive 1 is equal to negative 1, which is equal to 9y minus 36. Now, since the required equation must be in general form, so change this into general form. Okay, so transpose, or add x on both sides of the equation. So that is x plus 9y. And then to eliminate negative 1 here, add positive 1 on both sides of the equation. So that is negative 36 plus 1, which is equal to negative 35 equals 0. Therefore, the equation of the perpendicular bisector is x plus 9y minus 35 is equal to 0. Okay, third problem. What is the equation of the line that passes through the point 3, negative 7 and is perpendicular to the line 2x plus 3y minus 2 equals 0? So in here, the two lines are perpendicular. So let line 1 be the line 2x plus 3y minus 2 equals 0. Line 2 is the line that contains the point 3, negative 7, wherein line 1 is perpendicular to line 2. So what do we need here? So since line 2 has the point 3, negative 7, so we need the slope in order to find the equation of line 2. Okay, so since the lines are perpendicular, so we need to find the slope of line 1. So what is the slope of line 1? So slope is equal to negative a over b. So that one, slope of line 1 is equal to negative 2/3. Now, what is the slope of line 2? So slope of line 2 is equal to the negative reciprocal of negative 2/3, which is equal to 3/2, since the two lines are perpendicular. Now we have the data, the slope and the point, which is 3, negative 7 for line 2. So we can now find the equation of line 2. So we have here a point and a slope. So use point slope, which is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So substitute the values. So y minus y sub 1, which is equal to negative 7, equals the slope, which is equal to 3/2, times x minus x sub 1, which is 3. And then simplify this. So so negative times negative is positive. That one is positive 7 equals 3/2 times x minus 3. So to get rid from fraction, multiply the whole equation by 2. So 2 times y is equal to 2y. Then 2 times 7 is equal to 14. 3/2 times 2 is equal to 3. So cancel 2. And then multiply by x minus 3. So in here, use the distributive property. So that is 3 times x is equal to 3x. 3 times negative 3 is equal to negative 9, which is equal to 2y plus 14. So in general form, so 3x, and then to eliminate 2y in here, add negative 2y on both sides of the equation. So that is negative 2y. And then To eliminate 14 here, add negative 14 on both sides of the equation. And then add it to negative 9. So negative 14 minus 9 is equal to negative 23 equals 0. So this is the equation of line 2. Problem number 4. Find the equation of a line that is parallel to the line 6y minus 3x equals 0 and has the same x-intercept as the line 4x minus 3y is equal to 16. So we're looking for an equation, okay, that is parallel to 6y minus 3x equals 0. All we know that if two lines are parallel, they have the same slope. So we need to find the slope of this line. So what is the slope of this line? So using negative a over b, so which is equal to negative, where a is equal to negative 3, and then b is equal to 6. So therefore, the slope is equal to 1/2. And then, the unknown line has the same x-intercept as the line 4x minus 3y equals 16. So, get the x-intercept of this line. So, what is the x-intercept of this line? So, it's 4, 0. Now, we have the informations, the point, okay, or I mean the x-intercept and the slope. A point and a slope, then use point slope. So, y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So, substitute the values. So, y minus y sub 1, which is equal to 0, and slope equals 1/2 times x minus x sub 1, which is 4. So, x minus 4. So, multiply the whole equation by 2 to get rid from fraction. And then, simplify. So, 2 times y is equal to 2y. 2 times 0 equals 0. 1/2 times 2, so cancel 2, which is equal to 1, multiplied by x minus 4. So, use the distributive property in here. So, 1 times x equal to x. 1 times negative 4 is equal to negative 4 equals to y. So, in general form, so x, and then add negative 2y on both sides of the equation to eliminate 2y in here. So, that is x minus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0. So, this is the equation of the unknown line. Problem number 5. Find the equation of the line that passes through the point 11, negative 3, and the intercepts are numerically equal but opposite in sign. Now, in this problem, there are 3 given ordered pairs. And what are these? Of course, the point 11, negative 3. And the intercepts. So the x-intercept is a0 and the y-intercept is 0b. And wherein the intercepts are numerically equal but opposite in sign. So that is a is equal to negative b or b is equal to negative a. Now, let's substitute a to b or b to a. Now, using the intercepts. So, a, 0, and then change or substitute negative a to b. So, that is 0, negative a. And then, we have 2 points in here. So, find the slope. So, negative a minus 0 over 0 minus a. And then simplify. So, negative a minus 0 is negative a. 0 minus a is equal to negative a. So therefore, the slope is equal to positive 1. Okay, now we have the slope. And we have here a point which is 11, negative 3. Okay, now using the point 11, negative 3 and the slope which is equal to 1, then we can now find the equation of the line using the point slope form. So y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So y minus negative 3, which is the value of y, equals the slope, which is 1, then x minus x sub 1, which is 11. And then simplify. So y, so negative times negative, that is positive. So that is plus 3 equals 1 times x is equal to x. 1 times negative 11, which is equal to negative 11. Now, express this in general form. So, add negative y on both sides of the equation to eliminate y. So, that is x minus y. And then, add negative 3 on both sides of the equation to eliminate 3. And then, add negative 11 minus 3 equals negative 14 equals 0. So this is the equation of the unknown line.